Reynold here. Today is yet again another build showcase, and it's City Tool Tenet Glaxion. So, let us immediately start. There are 3 builds I'm going to show today, so let's start with the first one. The first one is the Viral Heat setup. The mods I'm using for this one, I'm using all the Galvanized mods, Galvanized Scope for kill chance while aiming, Galvanized Chamber for multi-shot, Galvanized Zap for stash chance and direct damage, Hellfire for heat, Prime Cryo rounds for cold, Million Force for toxin, and cold, gives us Viral. Vital Sense for critical damage, and Prime Shred for fire it and punch through. These are the mods. For the excellent weapon that the slot mods I will highly recommend for you to go is Sinister Reach for plus 12 beam range. This is quite good. For the Arcane, Primary Crux is quite good. On a weak point hit, gain 30% stash chance and 6% ammo efficiency for 10 seconds. Stacks up 10 times, so that's 300% stash chance and 60% ammo efficiency, which is quite good for this weapon. For the element I've chosen on my Tenet weapon, it's Magnetic. Magnetic is quite good now, especially against Xmus Overguard, and it also breaks shields really fast. For the stats, the fire rate is very good, magazine size is good, maximum ammo from pickup is good, reload is average, accuracy is very high, hold, 2.2 punch through thanks to Prime Shred, beam range is very large, Riven Dispo is horrible, I will not recommend, critical chance is average, critical damage is slightly above average, slash chance is very good, and total damage isn't half bad for a beam weapon. These are the stats, the mods, the Arcane, and it's time for me to show you the second setup. For the second setup, this is a Blast Corrosion setup. The mods I'm using, all the Galvanized mods are here, Prime Shred is here, Vital Sense is here, but instead of Viral Heat, we have Corrosion Blast. The way you get Corrosion Blast, you put Electricity here, and Toxin over here, doesn't matter. Just put them next to each other. With that, you get Corrosion. Corrosion is good against armored enemies, and it's very nice for this setup. Hellfire gives us heat, and the weapon comes with cold. Cold and heat gives us blast. Blast is quite good on this weapon. Your clear is going to be even better. Your overall single target is going to be solid as well. And that's it. Those are the mods. The Sinister Reach, still recommend that on the Axle slot. Primary Crocs, a lot of stash chance and ammo efficiency, also really good for the setup. And stat-wise, nearly identical. Instead of Viral Heat, we have Blast Corrosion. That's it. Those are the stats, the mods, the Arcane, and it's time for me to show you the final setup. For the final setup, this is called the Frostbite one. I'm using all the Galvanized mods, Prime Shred and Vital Sense. I'm using also exclusive mod called the Photon Overcharge, which gives you energy economy per cold status effect on kill, and also 9% critical damage. Infected Clip for Toxin, Stormbringer for Electricity, and Toxin gives us Corrosion. That's it. Those are the mods. For the Excellence mod, I will still recommend Sinister Reach. Beam range is quite nice. Instead of Primary Crocs, we're going to use Primary Frostbite. On a cold status effect, which we will, the weapon does come with cold. You get critical damage and multi-shot stacks up 40 times, so that's 120% critical damage and 90% multi-shot, which is quite a lot of damage on a heavy crit build. For the stats, fire rate, everything is nearly the exact same. Critical damage is much higher, stash chance is less, and instead of Blast, Viral, Heat, Corrosion, we have Corrosion, Cold, and that's it. Those are the stats, the mods, the Arcane, and it's time for me to show you all these builds against the units. Alright, let's start. I'm going to spawn level 205, Steel Path, 4 Converter Group Dudes. Spawn them in. This is the first setup, the Viral Heat one. No buffs or armor strip, you're going to just shoot enemies in head to get given a scope, given a chamber, given a zap. As you can see, you're going to generate so much heat on these guys. Viral, it chains. I think that guy had like 100 stacks of... Let me just see again. They died so fast I didn't even notice. Let's see. 21 stacks. 27 stacks. Yeah, you're going to generate so much. 34, 40 stacks, 60 stacks there. So yeah, it's quite nice. This is one of those builds that you don't need to use any buffs. You can just go in and you're going to be absolutely fine. It's quite nice. For the second setup, this is the Blast Corrosion one with Primary Crocs. Spawn these guys in. So instead of Viral Heat, you're going to have Blast procs, which is going to help you a ton with clear. And the clear is quite nice. You're going to generate so much blast. You can constantly see poppings. And they constantly pop. Look at that. Now imagine with buffs. This will be much, much stronger. There we go. this guy, that guy. Let me just like use at least Nourish, something that everybody can use. There we go, and see with Nourish. Yep, it just becomes even more stupid. Yep, there we go. And now for the final setup, this is the Frostbite one. You're going to freeze enemies, you're going to do a lot more critical damage on them. When enemies are frozen, they take more critical damage, which is quite nice. With Frostbite and all the critical damage mods, you will have like over 9, I think it's 9.5 critical multiplier, which is extremely high. And this is also without any buffs, and you're going to melt these guys. There we go. This guy. Yep, nothing here is going to survive. There we go. Now let's use a buff, at least Nourish. There we go. Boop. Shoot. And yeah, it's ridiculous. Ridiculous. Yep. Those are the builds. And I think it's time for me to show you against the units. I'm going to use the blast setup. So let's go. And we are in. I'm up against the corrupted enemies at the Void. Steel Path, of course. It's survival. The map skull mod. Going to show you this weapon here. This is the blast corrosion setup. Like I said, I'm going to use this one. The clears really well. If I were to use now Nourish, the clear is even better. Nourish is going to help you a ton, giving you free viral. But of course, you don't have to use Nourish. You can use whatever buff you have on your Warframe. Depends what Warframe you use. If you don't use any buffer Warframes, or you don't have any buffs on your Warframe, viral heat setup is also pretty solid choice. But if you do have a buffer Warframe, the Frostbite Blast Corrosion setup is something I will recommend. And yeah, this weapon and the clear is really good. All the builds are good. They all work. They're all very nice and satisfying. One procs a bunch of heat, has viral, one has a bunch of blast, and one freezes enemies and generates a lot of critical damage. Yeah. I'm going to shred all these enemies really, really fast. Sadly, this location that I'm in right now kinda isn't the best. Oh, there you go. Satisfying. Thank you. Line up. I need to escape this location. Maybe I will go back at the spawn point, like over here, and camp over here. I kind of like this location, I don't know why. We have punch through, things to shred, and we can shoot through walls, so enemies can shoot me, but we can't shoot them. You just see numbers. You're like, what the hell is happening behind the door? Some loot stuff. There we go. Shoot this guy, shoot these guys. Really, really like a solid. This weapon is very good for what it is. For a beam weapon, this is a very good beam weapon. All the stats are really good for this weapon. Oh, status is good, critical chance is average, critical damage is above average. The total damage, like base damage, what the weapon has and what the weapon is also very good. The magazine size is good, maximum ammo is good, fire rate is good. It's quite a absolutely solid weapon. I will highly recommend for you to get this one. It's really, really nice to use. Just feels nice. It chains, and chaining is fun. We can all agree that chaining is fun. I love chaining a lot, and this weapon does satisfy me. Here comes the Acolyte. I will armor strip the Acolyte and use Nourish just to kill it faster. 1, 2, Nourish. It's constantly proccing blast. Against Acolyte, sadly, it's not the greatest because of the adaptation system they have. So the more status they have on them, the stronger they are, bigger DR they have. So this weapon does have weaknesses. But for clear wise, it's quite good when it comes to clearing. It is killing the Acolyte in a decent speed. There we go. That's the Acolyte. Alright. I think it's time for me to leave. And be right back. And there you have it. That's the Tenet Glaxion. It's very good. I like it a lot. It's a pretty solid beamer. The chains does pretty solid damage and clear. Stat-wise, very good, like I said. All the builds work. Depends what you like the most. Pick whatever. They all really good DPS and burst-wise. So yeah, that's the weapon. Those are the builds. I hope you enjoy the builds. Thank you yet again, everybody, for watching. Leave a like, sub, and of course, see you all next time. Thank you. Goodbye.